Dead End Hip Hop album review. Lil Baby. It's on me.
It's only me.
It's only me.
Damn.
I knew I had it wrong.
It's on me. Damn, boy.
That ain't it though.
It's on me.
I forgot the Lee. I forgot the LY.
It's on me. Oh shit, it's on me.
Yeah, I think this is our first time reviewing Lil Baby. You know, as a group. But he's been around forever, from Atlanta. People love him a lot. So before we get into the review, make sure you guys head over to Patreon, patreon.com/DeadEndHipHop. You got class reviews over there you can check out. We got a Public Enemy class review upcoming. We also did Ice Cube
Death Certificate.
Yeah, Death Certificate class review. Outkast, Stank on You. So a lot of gems over there. So make sure you guys head over there, patreon.com/DeadEndHipHop. Check it out.
And Friday, this is upcoming.
Yeah, our Friday coming up.
Oh shit.
Between Myke and B.
Yeah, High Road, Myke representing High Road. I'm representing Boot Camp Click. It's gonna be dope as hell.
Yep. So yeah. What else? Subscribe to us, the Myke Salon, frames per second, Dead End Gaming, hold it down. And what I leave out, Dead End Sports. You know, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and leave a comment and all the good stuff. We appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel. Lil Baby, it's on me. As you can see, it's only me. Damn.
God damn. It's still on me. It's still on me.
Get it off.
God damn.
Rod and Feefo are not here. This was an active protest by them.
Damn hoes.
I'm just playing.
Damn, kid.
They refused to review Lil Baby. So sitting in for them, we have Bloodbath from the Hold It Down Pod and behind the scenes producer extraordinaire, Jalen. Yep. And I was just playing about Rod and
No,
I know they're gonna take that to heart like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything.
You know they are. You know they are.
You should probably leave that in. And just edit out me cleaning it up.
Right.
But I've always been curious about Lil Baby and why people love him as much as they do. I've never understood it or got it. And I've always said that I want to really listen to Lil Baby to kind of figure it out. And I really listened to him on this particular album in terms of the rapping. For overall, I don't think the album is that bad. There are some songs on here that I like. You know, I like the beats and stuff like that.
Is this your first time listening to a Lil Baby project?
No, I've listened to Lil Baby before. I just never.
This is my first time. Like I've heard tracks here and there and stuff from him, but this is my first time like in his features. This is my first time listening to a Lil Baby album from front to back.
Yeah. I just never thought they were all that good or interesting. You know, when I've listened to them. So when people were, you know, talking highly about them, I'm like, what? I don't get it. There were some things that I think I picked up on here. I don't know if he does it on other projects because I never really listened to him this intently as I did this time. So he definitely has some lines and some clever way of saying shit that I could see people like that listen to this type of stuff will fully be interested in it. You don't think so?
I didn't say shit.
You don't have to say anything.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna look that way because Mike's face gives away everything.
I got a fucking mask on. No, it's still all up here.
The best way to describe it is a shit talker. Yeah, I think there's some shit talking on here, bro. And I think people that
shit talker like
bro.
You can hear the Atlanta street talk in what he's talking like when he raps.
I think that's it. I think those are some of the things that people like about him that they can relate. I can easily hear some of the stuff that he was saying on here. I didn't really write anything down. That I can easily hear people quoting some of that shit and just saying some of that shit just because they listen to Lil Baby a lot and it applies to whatever situation they're in. Now it may only be on this album. It may not be on the other albums. I don't know. But that's what I heard on here. And I was like, okay, probably that may be what the appeal is. For me, man, I just can't get past the effect on his voice.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I don't know. I don't know. It's just so many rappers doing it now. It's just, I feel like it's overdone. And I tried to, in order to listen to him rap and listen to what he was saying, just kind of eliminate that. But that's one reason I don't really fuck with Future. But people be saying Future be spitting some real shit. Do I like Lil Baby like that? No. am I starting to understand a little bit of why people fuck with him? I think so. Am I wrong? Probably. But, you know, this is my first time actually trying to understand what's going on here. But no, there's definitely some joints on here that I thought were like Pop Out.
That beat change was just so sudden, wasn't it?
It was.
It was
that
like
shit came out of
no
nowhere,
type
bro.
of transition or nothing. I didn't even know what was happening. I literally did not know what was happening on Pop Out. I was just like, what the? I was like, okay, did it just go to the next track? I'm like, oh no, this is the same song. You know what I'm saying? This is the same song.
I had the same reaction when I first heard it. I said, hold up, what's going on?
What's going on here? Like, that's a bad transition right there for the beat switch.
So that was your transition on your album? This ain't a mixtape transition.
Right.
No, this is on the album. Okay,
Right.
it's supposed to sound like this.
The Never Hating joint with Young Thug. I like the beat on that, and I fucks with Young Thug too. Who's the fake ass? What's the guy? Sample?
Sanford?
Oh, Friday.
Oh, that's Friday.
Yeah, who the fake? Who was that?
The name is Friday.
Man, he was horrible. That's the one that was
never heard
singing?
him
Yeah.
I only heard
Ooh.
of Friday on
was
God
horrible.
did with DJ Khaled. He was singing there. He sounded better on that one to me.
Yeah, I didn't like
I
him
ain't like
on here.
that song.
I think he
wasn't
I think he ruined that song.
Dude, he sounded absolutely horrible in that song.
You know, he reminded me of when Rick Ross did his Tiny Desk concert and that dude was there singing all the songs badly.
Horribly, yes.
I was like,
I
bro,
did not see that.
Dog, yeah. He thought he was singing so good. He was sounding so bad, bro.
Wow.
You gotta watch that shit.
Rick Ross Tiny Desk concert is funny just because
Just
of that.
because of that. Yep. Yep.
because of
We
that.
remember that more than the
Yeah.
actual Rick Ross performing.
Yeah, no.
That shit was
Because
horrible.
he tried to sing Aston Martin music.
From now on was cool. I think Future used less of the effect on his voice on that one. I think I like the beat on that one. My man Pooh Shiesty on here.
Of course.
Yeah.
My man Pooh Shiesty,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucked up with me?
Yeah, I fuck with that joint. That joint was tight. That and Back and Forth was a nice little run.
Oh yeah. With
Right there.
ESTG.
ESTG.
Yeah.
The only issue I had Back and Forth was a really quick song. Like they
Yeah.
said Back and Forth, but it should have been in and out. That's how quick that song was.
It was.
That song was in and out, bruh.
It almost felt like an interlude. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, is this shit over already?
Dog.
I'm 100% with you, Ken. I think, like I said, I've heard Lil Baby, songs here and there, and it's just like that. The effect on his voice always is like, I'd be like, oh man, I can't. And he has some good features. I think the feature with Drake, that Scary Hours EP, I think he had released part 2.
Once it needs.
Yeah, that was a cool. I remember liking Lil Baby on that joint, but for the most part, man, yeah, this album was definitely, especially being 23 tracks over an hour, it was definitely tough to get through. I feel like after listening to this, I feel like Lil Baby just needs to, and I don't know if his past projects been like this where he had like a gang of features. I feel like he needs to have features for me to like be the kind of for me to be into it. I feel like Lil Baby by himself, for the most part, is not gonna do it. Though it is a couple of joints I like on here. I like Not Finished. Not Finished was definitely a joint I enjoyed. I like Waterfall Flow. That was a nice joint right there. Pop Out, even though the transition, the beat switch was just kind of bad, but I like the beats on there. I think I was talking to you earlier off camera. Like I just feel like with the production, by this being a lot of the same, by this being different producers, I feel like they all hold it up and just be like, all right, we're gonna use the same 808 patterns for each song. Like I feel like each song had the same damn 808 patterns throughout this whole entire album. It was I was just like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, oh, so we're gonna have that same 808 pattern, huh? So that was kind of frustrating. He's like I think people like him because he's like a future Lil Wayne-ish. Who else I'm forgetting? And Young Thug, like kind of like all wrapped up in that. He don't have the punches like Lil Wayne, but some of this stuff I can hear. And then like Future on For Real, I'm like, okay, that sound like a Future flow, like the way Future will flow. I can hear that on there easily. On Real Spit and Stand on it just sounded like if he was trying to rap it like Lil Wayne, but just with no punch. You know, Lil Wayne gonna have those punches. They hear him. He kind of reminds them of those 3 rappers.
He was gonna say something else. He switched it up last minute.
No,
There was nothing mean at all about that statement.
Yeah,
he was gonna say some fuck shit, and he took it back because he didn't want Lil Baby to boop his ass.
I wasn't. I mean,
How was that mean?
People would have been like, "Oh man, he don't sound like." How people be offensive when you say you sound like. So the shit he does with his voice, man, I can't get over that. And like I said, the production with the 808s, I'm just like, this shit sounding so samey throughout this whole entire project. I'm like this, And it kind of made me curious to listen to a previous project. Be like, okay, is this him on code, or is this something different, or like and I get the little inspiration talk that he has. Like I think you mentioned this, Cam, too. You like the shit talking, the inspirational street talking. So I can definitely see why a lot of people can fuck with Baby on that. Because I even watched that documentary.
I watched
before
it too.
this just to kind of see. But I'm like, okay, the documentary is cool. He seemed like a cool dude, but
he's like in Atlanta, he's like a really
Yeah.
good dude. Like in the city,
Yeah.
he's always doing good shit for the
Cool
city.
dude.
Like always like buying up stuff and giving it to the community.
Uh-huh.
Like he does that regularly. Like
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
regular.
he
Like
does.
if you see Baby at the mall, he'll buy out the
See
whole
who?
Baby at the mall, little Baby.
It sounded like he said baby.
It sounded like he said something different, didn't he?
If you see Baby at the mall and he in the shoe store, like he'll buy out the whole shoe store and then like give it away to the community. Like the
Yeah,
same. Like, he does
yeah.
that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
He always doing good
Good
stuff in the
dude.
community.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
everybody loves him.
solid dude.
Yeah,
It's just
he really care about the city.
Oh, so he's buying his fandom.
No,
No.
that's not what I'm saying.
no. I'm just
I'm
saying.
just
Yeah,
fucking around.
yeah.
Don't send your goons after me,
I
bro.
know.
But yeah, I doubt if I return to this pretty much. I mean, listen to this. By this being my first time listening to Lil Baby, this is not gonna make me like I'm a Lil Baby fan now. Like this, unless you can suggest a better project, a project that he made that's better than this. I don't know. But yeah,
How about we suggest a better person listening to the album? 'Cause you a hater.
hey,
You a hater, bro.
you know what I'm saying?
What these kids got to say?
Yeah, Jalen.
I mean, listening to the album, like, so I'll preface this by saying I definitely told Nick behind the scenes, I was like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this Baby project when it dropped. Like, I have expectations, and I don't think he gonna hit them, and that's exactly what happened. Damn. And I think it's because I listened to My Turn, like y'all, like
My Turn
I
was
didn't,
big.
yeah, like I didn't come out like Baby was buzzing since like Street Gossip, and people were loving
Yeah,
Baby.
that
I
was
was
about like what 2017,
yeah,
2016?
2017, 2018, like Harder Than Ever, like all those people were loving those albums.
Bro,
And I was just like, I don't
Freestyle
really,
is an anthem to this day.
I never really connected with it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Those albums. But when My Turn came out, I was like, okay, I see it. I hear it. I feel it. I
Mm-hmm.
get what people are connecting to. It may not hit me just yet.
Mm-hmm.
And then like y'all said, like those features, you hear him on these features, like with Drake. You hear him when on Pride is the Devil with J. Cole. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? You hear it, you're like, okay, like it's coming. Like he putting it together. You know what I'm saying? For me, he's putting it. He already had it together for everybody else, but putting it together for me. And the title of the album is "It's Only Me." The cover art, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, well, you stepping into that moment where like I'm proving to y'all I'm that rapper. But similar to what you said, we talked about it with the 808 pattern. It's feel like he's like, I'm gonna stick in this pocket. I'm not gonna challenge myself to get outside of this, and this is where I'm at, and this is comfortable to me. It's no real like diversity on the album for me, and that's the problem. Like,
Compared to My Turn, are you kind of basing this off of just his,
My Turn has a little bit more variety,
It
but it's
does.
still just a pocket. You know what I'm saying? It's still just he's just sitting there as opposed to like really challenging himself. And so that's my problem. I know y'all did the track reaction to Quavo and Takeoff. When and y'all haven't really listened to the album, but when I listen to the album, it's variety.
It is.
Each song, like, it doesn't just blend as the next song just sounding the same. You know what I'm saying? And that's the issue. But like, he came in with Real Spill. I liked it. Like, I was there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I like Pop Out too.
yeah.
Never Hating with Thug on it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it balances
The
a
fe- I
little
think
bit
the
more.
features, I think I like
the
up-
features help balance it out a little, like
Yeah,
you said. Like,
see.
and I didn't catch.
He
up
didn't
to
like
the-
that Never Hating song.
That's
all he do.
That's all you do.
That's all he do. Hating on the baby.
Forever hate.
Hating on forever hating. That's B's remix.
Boy, y'all ain't shit.
Oh,
It's not that I'm gonna say, oh, he can't. I won't look forward to another Baby album. I'm gonna put it on, but I don't think I'm gonna get excited because, like I said, I was let down because the way you were really putting this out here, and like, you got goats at the bottom of the cover art. Like, this is my goat moment to prove that it's only me. You put yourself on Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching the interviews and everything, and I'm like,
oh hell no.
Bro, I
get
didn't
it.
see the ghost. I saw the ghost, but I didn't even make a connection.
I didn't even realize that was only
This
him.
mug got ghosts on
Mount
it.
Rushmore, like
He said it's only me.
yeah.
yeah, it's only me.
He's got a little baby goat by him too.
Oh shit.
It's a little baby goat. God damn, this
Bruh.
shit is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, this shit deep,
This
bro.
dude got a
Y'all got
baby
people
goat sitting right next
Yeah.
to him.
This
I was
shit
like,
deep,
why
bro.
you got a little white goat? It's the baby goat. Ain't
only
this
me
some
up here.
shit? Hate on that, B.
You didn't look at the album cover?
No.
Come on, you expected that?
No, I didn't at all. That's crazy, man. That's actually kind of clever.
And,
is.
Hey.
But all those details
he got a
make me.
waterfall in the back too. He has a
Oh,
song here called
shit.
Waterfall.
Oh,
yeah.
shit. And he always got that drip.
Drip too hard. You already know how he do.
You know, Mike was waiting for that one. He was waiting for that.
Oh yeah, I think my critique is gonna be very similar to Jalen's in the sense that it's a lot of it sounds too similar to other songs, and then I'm gonna say because of that, the album didn't need to be as long as it was. I think that's my biggest critique: is the album is too long for the songs to sound that similar. I think that Baby as a rapper, I think he's good. Like I know y'all don't listen to older Baby stuff, but similar to how y'all think that 21 Savage has evolved, Lil Baby is the same way. When Baby first came out, he was not that good because he didn't want to rap. Like they had to make him rap. So once they forced him to rap, and slowly but surely he got better and better. To now's the point where y'all be like, all right, that was a good verse. It was not always like that. So now I know that he can actually rap now, and I think his verses on this album were good. I just didn't like some of these hooks. Some of these hooks were ruining whole songs for me.
Oh, bro, I don't.
Oh, shit.
Talk-
Here come the
talk-
hate.
Young fellas.
Here comes the hate.
I think it's
You comparing him to 21, I don't think that's fair, dog.
Ooh.
so
Like,
why?
Uh-oh.
because like I said, at least 21 has that diversity or like that variety on his album. Like the album for me, that's the Essential 21 album, or like the evolve. Like you could see 21 evolving is I'm greater than I was.
Okay.
And if you listen to that album, it's a bunch of variety. Like
It
those
was.
songs, Lil Baby ain't giving us that. He not give like he's staying. He's stuck. Like I ain't gonna say stuck. He's choosing
Yeah.
to stay right there.
Man, it sounds like a choice.
I feel you though.
Like
I feel
slavery.
you though. I do agree that he stayed in one pocket, and like we completely agree on that. I just feel like he's putting in the effort to where I feel like these are still good verses. They're just not great songs. I'll say that.
Damn, hit him with the nuance.
I'll say that. But I do agree completely with you that like he's choosing to stay in lanes when I know he has more range than this, right? And I think that's really my only critique. I think the album itself is a pretty good album. Like, but some of these songs, like "Hey," I hated the hook. I love the verses on it. I hated the hook.
That
Like,
one came out.
"Hey," it lost me, bro. But I had a weird issue with this album to where the first time I listened to it, I said, "Bro, this ain't it, man. What you doing, baby?" I listened to it again, but I was listening. It was background music. So then I said, I need to sit down and listen to it for real, and then I liked it. So like when I sat down and focused on it, I said, "This is good." But then I listened to it again, it's background music, laugh at that, and I said, "Bro, it's like I ain't never heard an album that gets worse when you're not listening to it for real."
Damn, bro.
You know, like I usually like, "Oh, this is great background music," and like, "Oh, I vibe to this." I couldn't vibe to it the same when I wasn't as focused on intently what he was saying. Maybe it's just a me thing. Maybe I'm the problem. That's cool. I'm comfortable with that. But I don't know what it was about when I wasn't focused on the songs. I didn't enjoy him as much because Baby as a rapper, he really does say some good shit. And like he be saying some shit on his song, kind of like you can catch some shit in there, but like you really got to pay attention to it. And I don't know if everybody's gonna have the ear or gonna put in the effort to understand it or even like really get it. Because at first you'll be like, "Bro, what is this nigga saying?" And I understand that critique because I've had issues with similar artists. Like, bro, I'm gonna tell you, I've been in Atlanta for a long time. I'm not really a Thug fan. It's like some Thug projects, I legit don't know what he's saying, and I'll listen to him, like try to find the words. It just sounds nigga beatboxing to me, like, bro, those are words. But then my homies would be like, "Nah, bro, like Thug was spitting on that, like he was, like I really didn't hear the words." But then like older Thug, I hear everything nigga say. He used to enunciate so much better. But then as people evolve and their styles change, but now newer Thug, I understand what he's saying again. Like it's weird.
Can't what?
The opinions expressed by Kevin on that
Right.
it does not reflect the view.
I like Thug's verse on this project. I'm not afraid to stand. I'm like, bro, some things I just don't like, but I did like some of these features.
You
I
must
did,
not like breathing, bro.
but I think overall the album could be better if it was shorter. I think if this is a shorter album, we wouldn't have as much to complain about. We wouldn't keep saying, "Oh, he was in the same pocket in every song," because there'd be less songs to complain about.
I mean, it's been interesting listening to y'all talk about this album. Yeah, I don't know anything about Lil Baby, so he's not the canceled one. That's Da Baby,
Yeah,
correct?
Duh, baby.
Different
Dub
people
Baby's from
entirely.
Charlotte. He's from
Yeah.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, he from your hood.
I'm from South Carolina.
The same difference, man. It's a fucking
I hate when y'all do
That's
that.
not
shit.
the same
I hate
thing.
when they
Fucking
do that.
Carolina,
That is not
bro.
the same
Right.
thing.
Fucking Carolina is not the
That is
same.
not the
bro.
same
It is
thing.
not the same. But
North Carolina, South Carolina, it's all cackalack. Yeah, I don't care for this. I don't care for this. And you a hater, bro. I might have liked it.
You didn't like it for real?
But I liked a couple songs.
Oh, okay.
I wrote them down.
Sure, okay.
I wrote them down.
I liked Never Healing. I thought that was dope. I thought the beat was fucking hard, and yeah, it was cool. I liked Never Finished. Again, I thought the beat was really good. And
All
I feel
the
like,
nevers? All the nevers? The nevers? That's
Not
what you like?
see, you hating, bro.
I'm not finished. Not finished.
Oh, Not Finished. Sorry. My
He said,
bad. My
I'm never
bad. My
healing,
bad. My
I'm never
bad.
finished. Okay.
I like Not Finished. I thought that beat was really dope, and that was the song that I can hear what you're saying, because I feel like he was doing way more rap wise on that song than any other song on the whole project.
That was the
I just
first
didn't
song I
get
was
it.
like, oh,
I was like,
man.
why is he not doing this more on this album? I liked From Now On. Again, really nice beat. I really liked Back and Forth, but I liked it more for ESTG. You know, he was a very
ESTG.
welcome change for this album. That
Fucks
beat
with
was really
ESTG.
dark and menacing, and ESTG just really, he capitalized on it, man. He sounded great. For the rest of this, I was really interested to hear what y'all said, because I just don't get it. I feel like it was very, 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 very samey. He just recycled his flows over and over again. He didn't really do anything different. I think he has a pretty interesting style, but it gets old after a couple songs. It's like, all right, well, do something a little bit different. Like when I put a Migos album on, like an old one, even their songs, they were just more diverse. They didn't really have to change their flows up too much, but they did enough to differentiate one song from the next. I am being 100% honest. I put this on for the first time while I was cleaning the house. I didn't even realize that he had gotten to track 4. I legit thought this was one long song.
And not in a good way like Beyonce albums. Like, I got you.
Well,
Sorry,
I can't
just
say
wanna-
anything about a Beyonce album, but I believe you. I don't have a lot to say about this. I'm not even gonna say I don't think I won't return to this. It was way too long. It's bloated. I don't really get what the point of making so many songs that sound the same. Like, I just don't get it. And when y'all are saying the street shit talking, I'm gonna be the old man in the room. I didn't understand anything he said.
I expected that.
I really don't. I don't get what he's saying. I meant to sit down with the lyrics, but I didn't have the effort, man. I just couldn't do it. I'm sorry, y'all. I failed. I
If
failed.
you ain't like it, you ain't like
He
it.
failed.
Well, it's just I wanted to know what the appeal is.
Okay.
So I meant to really sit down and look at his lyrics and see, okay, maybe he's saying like some crazy shit. But even the bars I would catch here and there, I was like, all right, they're not whack bars, but they're not anything that's making me be like, whoa, that's crazy. So yeah, this isn't for me, man. I didn't like the effects that he put on his voice. And I mean, I assume this is what people shit on and they call mumble rap.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's not for me, y'all. It's simply not for me. I feel like I'm my mom walking into my bedroom at 14 and I'm blasting Fishbone and she's like, what in the fuck is this? What is this? How is this music? I feel like I'm that old guy now.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to like it at all.
I mean, I wish I did after what you said. He's such a good guy and he gives back to the community.
Yeah, the documentary was cool.
I think that's actually really dope because he seems very successful.
Yeah, he's like one of the
know?
biggest artists in the world. Like, we're not exaggerating. Like, when they was asking last week, like, I think Lil Baby's next up. He is up. Like,
He said he was on the Forbes list.
he was like his last album, My Turn, was the biggest album in 2020. Not just rap, like in the world.
I never even heard of
Like
that.
he
but
does
good for him.
He does
man.
crazy numbers. So like he's a global. He's a big deal. Like he's already in his run. Like it's not like, oh, we waiting for his run to start. He already a couple years into it. So we just got to ride out this wave type of thing.
Well, that's kind of a problem then. If he's already this far into his run and he's already got an album that even fans are not loving, he might have to go back to the drawing board.
I think that's a fair critique because like even with Migos, right? Migos had a really good successful run, but even Migos had some projects where like even me as a Migos fan, I was like, bro, this ain't it. Because like when Migos dropped Culture 2, I said, why the fuck this album so long? And I was like, bro, y'all acting up. It's like even successful artists, people will still complain about their work sometimes if they're doing stuff that the fans don't appreciate. So I get what you're saying that like he's so successful and already dropping something that people are complaining about. You don't know how long his run's gonna be. Only time will tell.
What have you seen? Like what people have been saying about this album?
I've been seeing
overall?
people like it.
Yeah, a
Really?
lot of people do like it.
I've seen people like it.
A lot of people like it.
People like people saying like, oh, somebody tried to say Baby fell off, but the first track alone let you know he didn't fall off. So
I obviously
Yeah.
can't say if he fell off or not.
Yeah,
but
it is
I feel like if you like that particular sound,
You're gonna love this album.
you'll like the album because I mean, a lot of people don't really care about diversity or something being
Right.
derivative. They just
Right.
throw it on and they ride around. Like if I'm driving around all day in Atlanta, like say I'm an Uber driver, I can see if I like this sound, just throwing this on. What do I need diversity for?
Right.
So maybe that's Lil Baby's thinking. Maybe he's like, just this is what they want from me, so why not give them a whole album full of
You
it?
know
And
what
I
is
understand
interesting?
that.
Because in the write-up on Apple Music, the first sentence is, for just about as long as he's been rapping, Lil Baby knows exactly what his fans wanted to hear.
There you go. It's not even remotely close to being for me, but good for him, man. If people like this, and if he was a shitbag, I'd be a little more harsh. But if you're saying he's really a really good dude and he gives back to the community, cool, man. I can just say this isn't for me, and I hope he continues to stay successful if he's helping people.
So I
Good
think
for
the
him.
interesting thing that I've taken away from listening to Jalen and Kevin talk, particularly you, Kevin, or both of y'all saying he wasn't really good at rapping when he started.
no.
So me listening to some of those, I damn near listened to everything I heard. I was like, I don't understand the appeal. Probably came from me listening to when he couldn't really rap all that well. So yeah, and now I'm kind of really starting to go in and say, okay, let me try to hear what other people are hearing, and it's him years later after he's had time to improve. You know, I'm still not there yet, but I did walk away feeling that, damn, did I miss something with those earlier projects?
No, you didn't. He just wasn't that good back then.
You missed
Got
your
it.
youth. Because I mean, the thing is, when y'all say
Nah.
that he didn't rap well before, and then he's improved so much, like there were times throughout this album where I was questioning myself because I'm like, he don't even sound like he's on beat. And I don't know if this is a purposeful thing, if this is an intentional thing. But again, this really genuinely feels like one of those moments where I would play something for someone a generation or two after me, and they're just like, "What the fuck? I don't get it. Why do you like this?"
Okay.
That's how I feel right now.
I think that's fair. I don't know if you listen to many younger Detroit rappers or anything, like any younger rappers. There's like this whole flow where people will kind of be offbeat, and like if you're not familiar with it, you won't get it. Because I didn't like catching it until I listened to like other Detroit artists, like people from Michigan in general. It's like a thing with like Icewear Vezo and them, where the beats,
Icewear Vezo.
yeah,
Okay.
they have beats where the beat would just keep going, and you'd be like, all right, when he gonna start finding the pocket on the beat? And I'm like, no, he just gonna rap regardless, huh? And like it's a thing now where
Well,
people will just keep rapping and
yeah.
they'll make their own pocket.
There were a lot of groups that I came up on that did that. Like a lot of my favorite rappers were offbeat.
Yeah.
You know? It's just this type of offbeat, it didn't feel intentional, so it was confusing.
Okay.
Like when I would put on some old Anticon shit, I'm like, okay, yeah, those dudes are trying to rap offbeat, but be like weird and quirky and different. I didn't get that from this, so it was just confusing. But I guarantee Lil Baby is not sitting at home being like, man, I really hope some 40-year-old dude is jamming my shit and being like, yeah, I'm the GOAT. No, he doesn't care. It's only him.
It's only him.
It's only him.
Favorite tracks. My favorite tracks are Pop Out, Perfect Timing, Never Hating, In a Minute, and From Now On.
Real Spill, Pop Out, Perfect Timing, Never Hating, Not Finished.
Favorite tracks is Pop Out, Not Finished, Waterfall Flow, Back and Forth, and Shice Talk.
I'm gonna say Stand on It, Perfect Timing. I like the verses on Hey, so I can't say one of my favorite, but I like most of that song. Everything and Shice Talk.
Favorite tracks. I really like Never Hating. That beat is so hard. I like Not Finished. I like From Now On. Back and Forth. Yeah, there you go.
Lil Baby, if you're watching, a lot of people fuck with you, bro. A lot of people fuck with you, and I've always, lately, I've been really wanting to understand what the appeal was. Like I said, I felt like I could hear some of it on this album. You know, I listened to it on Apple Music, so I could see a lot of people have listened to this album when I scroll to the bottom with the people that actually follow on Apple Music. So you have definitely a high fan base. This album was okay, I guess, for the most part. I'm not fully on board. I probably never will be on board, but I do want to try to listen and critique it from a perspective of what people like you for, and that way I could kind of try to understand if you're hitting those metrics or not. You know, I probably never would be, but at least I want to understand. You're successful, it's working for you, and from what everybody said, it's continuing. So keep it up. I love what you're doing in the community. This is my first time hearing about that. That's dope as fuck. Needs to be out there more that you're doing that shit, and for that, man, salute.
I just want you to challenge yourself, man, and step outside of just this pocket that you're in. But then, if the pocket is comfortable for you and that's where you want to be, I understand too. Me personally, I like a little bit more diversity, but I mean, there's still music on here that I'm gonna be listening to. You know, as a whole project, I may not just let it run through, but if you just want it to hit in certain spaces, I get that too. But hey, man, choice is yours.
Yeah, I know this. You didn't make this album for me.
Didn't.
Yeah, you didn't. You know, didn't make it for me. But I still wish you nothing but success. Like I said, watching a documentary on Netflix definitely was dope to see how you give back to community. You seem like a really solid dude. You seem like a cool, solid dude. But just unfortunately, the music, you know, and with this album, you never know. It might be something else that I probably listen to that might be like, okay, this is cool. But this particular album, I just feel like everything was just too samey. But your fans gonna like it. I think it topped the charts on Billboards for like the top 23 songs. All 23 of your songs like made it. Yeah, made it. It was like most streamed and all that stuff. So look, fans like it. People eating it up. So you know, much success to you. But you know, I might have to pass on this one.
I like most of this. I like parts of this. I do think that you know what you're doing. Obviously, like, you know what your fans gonna want, and your fans love it. So I think you're doing the right thing. Kind of similar to what Jalen was saying earlier. I would like more diversity, babe. Right? Everything can't be about me. It's not about me. It's only you, clearly. So I just want you to keep doing what you're doing, bro. You really a beacon to all of Atlanta. So keep it up.
Lil Baby, this is my first time listening to your music like that. Yeah, I can kind of echo what B said. You know, I think it's really cool that you're a pillar in the community, that you give back, which, I mean, a lot of other rappers who speak that talk don't fucking do that at all. A lot of rappers who are constantly talking about giving back to the community and supporting this and that, they support themselves, man. So I want to go buy your album just for that, because I think that that's fucking dope. As far as me actually enjoying the music, I'm sure you would never expect me to like your music, and you don't care. It sounds, from what they're saying, you have a swarm of fans, and you're doing just fine without having one or two dudes not being into your shit. This is one of those things where I can put the album on and I can say, okay, well, if he had a goal, it sounds like he met that goal. As opposed to other rappers where I'm like, well, you had a goal and you fucking failed. Like, you were going for a marathon and you quit after like 30 feet. That's not how I feel about this. I feel like you had a goal, you met it. That goal is just not something that I'm looking towards. It's not something that interests me. I do think that you could maybe benefit from a bit more variety in your production side, because maybe that will bring out something different as far as rapping from you. But if this is what your fans want, keep giving your fans what they're asking for. Don't fucking listen to us, assholes. We don't know shit, baby. So yeah, man, keep doing your thing and keep supporting the community, man. I love it.